Doom dazi doom stat doom stati doom stats doom 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 doom. Summertime, or where we like to call it in Germany, Sommerzeit, the season of bratwurst sausages and sauerkraut, potato chips, gooey flowers out there opening up their flaps to hug the sun and get energy with photosynthesizer. And there we were, Miguel and I, taking in the energy of the sun and making synthesizer music. That was some seriously good jamming, but I felt like there was something missing, like we could use something more in our songs. Miguel and I weren't quite sure what it was, so we decided to take a break. A common misconception about jamming is that you never get thirsty, and people say, you could jam forever without drinking anything, yeah. False. You get really thirsty, and thank God Miguel brought a carton of milk with him. It went down so smoothly that we ran out, so we decided to go to the store and get some more. With the wind in my hair and my wheels bumping over every little pebble in the street, I realized that I drank way too much milk, and I really had to pee. In no time we found the perfect bush, and we got flowing. There's nothing like a great pee, and when you're peeing real good, it's like nothing in the entire world matters, except for maybe your bike being stolen. Now this asshole just took my bike. He was pedaling faster with 2 bikes than most people do with only 1. This guy was good, and he got away. The only clue I could find was this mint-looking thing with a Superman logo on it. It was the kind of mint you'd find at a shady discotheque in East Berlin. I may have left Miguel behind, but I had to keep investigating. Who was this pill-chewing, bike-lifting machine? And where could he be? Luckily I found more of his medicine, and it led me right to my bike. I pounced in and grabbed my wheels, but he was tough. His strong hands could handle a bike. When he knew I couldn't beat him, he made me a very reasonable offer and sold it back to me for a really good price. It was an even better price than when I bought it the first time. So we closed the deal, and I was ready to leave. But before I could go, he offered me a celebratory drink. It was hard to resist since I got rid of all my fluids in a bush 2 minutes ago. He tried to offer me speed, but I showed him that I already go very fast on my bike. Look at me go. He ended up not being so bad after all. He went by the name of Sheet Metal Dan. We realized we had a lot in common. We had similar views, like how there's virtually no difference between the no-name brand and name brand at the grocery store, except for Kraft Dinner. How airplane toilets are terrifying, and how you can get 4 days out of a single pair of underwear if you flip them backwards and inside out. Eventually we got talking music, and I told him that Miguel and I started a band called Democracy with a K, and that there was some missing elements to our sound that we're still trying to figure out. He told me he was used to hitting people so much that he fantasized about hitting drums and joining a band. He said, less jail time, more nail time, whatever that means. So I told him I had to go find Miguel, and I gave him my address and told him to drop by sometime to play some drums, and we parted ways. After a super long interruption, Miguel and I were ready to keep jamming again, when a special guest arrived. It was Sheet Metal Dan, and he borrowed a drum to play with us. Miguel was still very sour about the whole bike theft thing, so I calmed him down, and we all locked in and got a serious jam on. I don't know what was in those Tic Tacs, but we stayed up jamming till 9:35 a.m. In retrospect, befriending your bike thief may not be the wisest choice.